I'm just ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood, ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood, ballin', flossing, rolling through my neighborhood.
What's the other joint? What was the other joint we're looking at?
Okay, my will presidential, 10 presidential, money presidential, bitches presidential, everything black, so you know I'm presidential.
He gonna hook up in the front center, and he gonna pull at an angle that way.
Riding through the hood with my top down, she know I like it better when the top down. Niggas hating on me cause I'm hot now. No surprise, I know why I'm getting money, yeah. It's a lovely day, so I'ma ride the city. Cup full of something to slow down my senses. These designer shoes cost a nice penny. That's $750, we talk Pacifics. That Rose Gold compliment.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, story time. So last night, I went out in the car. First time. First test drive, which didn't record. I mean, car was running like it was in Back to the Future. I thought I was about to go on time travel. Just over the course of the night, I mean, I done ran around the city, a couple little different spots, just, you know, little lounges, drink spots, and, you know, just moving around and stuff. End up having, you know, like always, somebody want to get on side you. Especially, I think it's the lights. The lights make them think race mode or something. You see the neon lights under the car. So I had like 2 different people try to race me last night. Camaro, then also a Mustang, and they're not even racist. They just try to get on side you and they start, and all I gotta do is just put my foot on the pedal for like 2 seconds, and it's just freaking just light years apart. It's like they just back off. They just leave it alone. So anyway, at some point when the Mustang happened toward the end of the night, it's the same thing to him. Man, my car, I felt the vibration. It started misfiring. Check engine light came on, and I said, not again, bro, not again, not again. So anyway, turn the car off, turn it back on, it's gone. Back to normal, like immediately. But I turned the car off for like 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, probably 3-4 minutes. Turn it back on, it was gone. You know. And then I rode somewhere else and then just gunned it again, tried to see if it's gonna happen again, and boom, it happened again. So once again, cut the car off, cut it back on, issue gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, this can't be it, bro. This can't be happening again. Come back. So, long story short, here at the house next morning, got my daughter next to me, and I'm going through the codes. And if I start from 1, this invalidated thing, that's always happens when I plug up my OBD. I don't know why. Something wrong. I don't know what's wrong with my connector, but I have to kind of have it at an angle, and it'll mess with the car communication. I don't know. Anyway, that always happens. But these are the codes: random multiple cylinder misfire detected, cylinder 5, misfire excess emissions, invalid. Okay, random multiple cylinder again, 5, 6, misfire 5. Yeah, it's all over. So looks like I'm having misfire on 5 and 6. 5 seems like it's more consistent on 5. So 5 once, 5 twice, 5 3 times. Yeah, and then 6 came up 1 time. So I'm thinking something's wrong with something in 5. Knowing that the car has all new injectors, it doesn't have all new coils. And 5 from what I remember, a guy telling me 5, and he had a problem on 5 and 6 because water drips through the vents. And I did wash my car yesterday, right before I went out, or not, a couple hours before I went out. And I'm like, that water dripping through the vents could get on the ejectors or something like that. I don't know, but I'm about to check and see if I got any kind of moisture issues going on down there or what. Because if that's the case, the water that's causing this, then I definitely got to get those vents closed up. Because that was what one of the guys that messaged me told me. So hopefully it's something simple. Hopefully it's just a coil. I don't see how it's gonna be the injectors unless some debris breaking up from the fuel treatment that I put in there, and bigger degree pieces are breaking up and breaking off. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some theories, but it got to be something simple. It has to be. So injector, you got fuel, spark, and ignition. Fuel is good. We gotta check spark, and it seems to be electrical. If I took a wild guess, because you can cut it off, cut it back on, it's gone. And anyway, I don't want to ramble too long, but that's where we at with it, man. So we'll update y'all as we go to figure out what's going on here, and we'll see what it says. So stay tuned. Okay, so this is what I'm starting on now. So knowing that my Misfire had 3 things, or 3 whatever codes came up for cylinder 5, and starting from the front of the car, you got 4 coils on this side, being a V8 5.0. Coil number 1, 2, you can see the metal screws at the top of the coil, and that's 4 right there. So it's taking the cylinder numbers is a 1, 3, 5, and 7 over here. Starting the back 1, 3, 5, 7. So my 3rd coil back is the one where my issue's supposed to be, which is right here where my finger is. So I'm just gonna pull it's 3rd cylinder. I ain't gonna say it's the coil. I'm hoping it's just the coil. So I've already ordered another coil just in case anyway, regardless. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this coil out, since I had this happen on this cylinder. I'm gonna check and inspect. I'm gonna inspect the hole. I'm looking for moisture inside the cylinder. Inside the spark plug well, make sure no water or oil or nothing's down in there. And I'm gonna inspect the boot, and we're gonna see how it looks. So I'm gonna take it off, and if I don't see anything going on with that, any issues, anything, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap it with number 3, and I'm gonna see how 3 ain't had nothing coming up on 3. So yeah, I'm gonna swap it with 3, and I'm gonna see if I have anything happen with 3 today or later on when I take the car for a ride. I'm gonna see if I can find if the issue follows the spark plug, and that'd be a very great indication that it's the spark plug. The spark plug, the ignition coil pack, and that's that'd be great indication that the coil pack must be faulty or something like that. One thing I do notice about the car, since all of the repairs, all of the work was done, is that when I'm sitting in idle, even after I changed the the motor mount, when I'm sitting at idle, the car is idling smooth. Nothing sounds wrong. It doesn't feel like a misfire, because I know what a misfire feel like, but it does have a little shake in it, and it happens like a cycle. It might follow a cycle or a pattern or something, but you can't really time it. Ain't nothing you can actually count you can't count the time. You just know that it'll be smooth for a while, and you feel like a little. So that's one thing I've been noticing the entire time since I've been driving the car back. So I'm thinking this is possibly could be just a bad coil, could be a slight misfire, not a strong coil pack or something like that. I'd like to see that. When I know that goes away and the car is just completely smooth idle, that'll let me know that we completely right. because I've been skeptical about that. Even though I pushed this car since the repairs and had no issues, but that little idle, that little, just a little, I could feel it's like a little, if 100% perfection of a, let's say 100% is the what it comes out the factory with. Well, I feel like my car is idling about 90% efficiently. That's a 10%, like I could feel that 10%, but it's not enough to make say, oh yeah, my car's misfiring. Because when it misfires, my idle feels like freaking 40%, 30%. You could clearly feel a misfire. And so that little hesitation, whatever that is, could be a, I don't know. Let's gotta figure out what it is. But let me go ahead and do this. All right, let's get this out. 1, 3, 5. Okay. Put this right up in there. I need to get this unplugged. Should have unplugged it before. Let's see how to get that out. Okay. Okay. All right. Looks like it's sealing well. I actually think this is one. I actually think this is one of the newer ignition coils they gave me, which, from a cosmetic standpoint, yeah, this is definitely one of the new ones they put in there already. But look at that. Look at that. So that's the top side. You can see some moisture was in the corner and the bottom of that. And one thing I did know, the shield, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but I can see like some moisture was resting. Make sure y'all got it on camera. There we go. See how I had moisture resting in the bottom right corner? Like something kind of set on this little lip. And it kind of just set up in there. Let me see. Yeah, something, it was just sitting in there until the heat just dried it up. So it like the moisture hit this at some point. But I did know on the shield, on the spark plug shield on this side of the motor, the top side doesn't go over and cover the motor right here. And moisture can go behind here and hit 5 and 7 through the vent in the hood. That hood vent up there, that moisture can go right through and fall right down right in that area, which is highly possible. You know, I would have never found, even thought to even look for that if a guy hadn't mentioned that, or unless something very serious happened and a big heavy indication of water. But it is something to know and pay attention to now. So let me go ahead and look in the spark plug well. See how it looks down in there. Got this little light on here. Let's see if we get some enough. And it's dry. No evidence of anything going on in there. Yeah, all of this is clear and dry. It looks good down here too. I don't see any issues over here. Anything. Well, it looks hella clean down there. Them injectors look nice and neat. So yeah, we good. We good as far as that. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna swap this coil with another one. which is my number. Let me do 1 and 3. I'll do 3. 3's right here. So, I'll make the swap. Pull that out. Get the ejector wire out the way. Let's take this number 3 out. Get it out the way. Look at it since I got it going. Check it out. Looks good, no issues. So put this in a 5-hole now. Number 5. Get this one back on, and that's put my number 5, my number 3 hole. Make sure it's down there good. Yep. Alright. To them boots, seal them. Always make sure your boots, because I had an issue when I took one of the spark plugs off initially for the whole ejector deal. I saw one of the boots had got pushed on, I guess previously, and the boot didn't seal around. It started crinkling up on one side. And when it was installed, however, whoever did it before, they just kept going. They didn't check that boot and make sure it fell over that lip. It just got pushed up and it was staying kind of pinched on that one side. So when I took it out, it had a big pinch on one side. Luckily, it didn't cause any problems in that cylinder, but it also didn't completely seal that cylinder shut. So you gotta make sure that those boots are over those holes. No, I don't recommend everybody using drills, especially screwing these in, because you don't want to over torque nothing. I like drills like this because it's like little precision drills. I can control my trigger and I'm not heavy-handed, so you gotta be good with a drill. A drill does require a skill set, like a skill level, especially if you're gonna be using it to make your life easier. Because if you don't learn how to use a drill, you will make your life way harder. You have a lot of problems. You will be breaking stuff all the time. All right, let's put this on. Alright, now plug up my coils. Right. This is easy to do with my right hand if I'm not, I remember. So let me plug this up.